Childplace has 5 different programs within the agency. So we provide residential services where kids come and live with us. And we have foster care services, so we license the families, but we also work with kids who are in foster care. We have adoption services, so we do all types of adoptions. We also do home studies. We have home-based services, which we do therapy and case management, and we also do counseling services, which include master level therapists, of psychiatrists, and we see kids and adults in those. Specifically at Childplace, I oversee our residential department, and I also oversee our counseling department, which is where the majority of our practicum students, where they work in. And so I actually graduated from the Kent School and I did my practicum at Childplace, and I just like to say I never left. And I'm so thankful for that experience, just because it really prepared me for the field and prepared me for the work that I'm doing now. So how it works at Childplace is every kid who's in our residential department also participates in counseling through our counseling department. And so our practicum students are able to sit in on those sessions, they're able to do co-therapy with our therapists and help lead those sessions. And we also identify kids on campus who just lack a lot of support and who just really need somebody to help them. And so our practicum students work with their therapist, but also then we'll work with that resident on one-on-one on just some different goals to just help them further their treatment. Well, one of the greatest things that we've seen in a positive way is really it just helps form healthy relationships with our kids, so they're able to model those healthy relationships, they're able to give that additional support. And a lot of our residents really, they'll ask like, oh, is the student, are they going to be in my family team meeting? Or they'll go to the student when they need just extra services or just extra help. We've seen practicum students have positive impacts in teaching social skills or teaching anger management. We had a student once do a mindfulness group, and so just seeing them teach those skills to our residents, but then our residents implementing those skills is really cool and really beneficial to see. So we tell our students all the time, you really are making a difference in the lives of these residents because you're teaching them skills and then they're using them. They're able to get that hands-on real life experience, and I think that helps them more gear them towards what they want to do after graduation. What motivates me is I believe that we're doing good work, and I believe that we're helping kids and we are equipping them for the future. And so when we get to see that after they've left here and they come back and they tell us really good things, that's just something that continually motivates me, is that we can really help heal these kids and help prepare them for their future.
Here at the Senior Center, where my office is based, half the folks are below poverty level. Many of them are caring for friends, neighbors, grandchildren. So they need assistance with perhaps food, bill payment. They might need emotional support. There's really a variety of things that we can help with. And sometimes we get calls. We'll make home visits in the community. People generally call for one reason, but there is usually multiple things going on. So my job is to provide care management to the folks who come to the Senior Center every day. It's a community center, so we have folks coming for exercise, computer classes, all different kinds of things like that. It's nice having the practicum students here. Here at the Senior Center, having young people here is a really neat dynamic, but it's really neat to see the rapport start to develop. We've had interns do programs with our arthritis exercise. Our most recent intern did a program to kick off home delivery of senior commodities. So they have done a good job of kind of finding a niche and really getting to know folks. The interns have really added a depth, I think, to the program that we didn't have before. And seeing them from the beginning to the end is pretty amazing. As a student here at Elderserve, they're going to get exposed to the Senior Center. They're going to see home visits. They'll learn about the Senior Companion Program. We have a Friendly Visitor Program, a telephone reassurance program. We have court social workers. We also have crime victim services. So it really runs a real continuum of all different kinds of things. So students that come here can get a really broad experience.
So I was a practicum student with our Adult Day program. So I got to work a lot with the clients who come there Monday through Friday. to have that sort of structured activity when their caregivers or families don't feel comfortable leaving them alone. So I got to work with them on a lot of daily activities, just really doing fun things with them throughout the day, arts and crafts, bingo, different things like that, as well as going out into the community for people who weren't sure if they needed that service, and sort of helping families go through the steps of what that looks like and how to get started with it.
Really, it's at Kent School you learn all the techniques of how to interact with clients. You know what the best service delivery system is. You're going to know how to start building that rapport. But until you actually face those clients, there's no way that you're going to know how to actually do the social work that you need to.
We help people who are in crisis, individuals and families, to help get them stable and help them to reach some of their goals, and a lot of that involves having their own homes. A lot of our people are homeless. The main thing I've been doing the last 3.5 years is doing individual therapy, doing group therapy, and also working with students. A couple of things that I like for the students to always do is get connected with other agencies in the city, attend training. We've got several trainings that I really like for all the students to go to. One is in November, University of Louisville, on depression. They go to the Stand Down, which basically is connecting all the organizations, agencies in town who work with the homeless, and that's an all-day situation. They do the homeless countdown, so they go out 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and run around looking for the people who are homeless. So a lot of hands-on experience. The biggest things for the clients is the students listen to them and give them more time. And many of our people that we work with, they just need to be heard. And so they can spend a lot more time with the clients than staff can.
It again took the learning out of the classroom. You know, you can do as much as you can with book learning and the things that you learn, which were very valuable, but also it kind of puts it into practice here. I'm able to get the actual experience, learn what I wanted to do as a practitioner, and what kind of field I wanted to work in and over the years and the different things that I've done. And it's brought me back here and really like the population and the work that we do here.
I think my most positive experiences have been in working with people with different diagnoses, and moving past the idea of seeing somebody as a diagnosis and more toward just those little experiences that help give you a fuller idea of where somebody's coming from and all the different factors in their life. And so I think just those humanizing moments, those would be some of my favorite moments at St. Vincent. Whenever I've worked with Practicum students before and given them advice, the best thing I know is when you come to Practicum, expect to get your hands dirty, and the best way to do it is just dive in, and you come at such and such time. Basically, it's every day is an adventure, and then just coming in with that mentality, and then at the end of the day you go home, but just the idea that you're ready for every day to be an adventure.